Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. It's actually it's not. It's not morning time. Usually when I start the videos, it's like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock, but I did get up this morning in the morning time, which is progress. I should be getting up way earlier, though. Today is Sunday, so I have a lot of reset things I'm going to have to do. Clean the room. Mainly that's it. Clean the room, clean a few things, like my water bottle and those things I use every day. And then I've got some client work as well as a client call. We're going to hop on a call in a bit, go over some things that we need to work on. But other than that, yeah, it's going to be a pretty chill Sunday. First, I'm going to get started with meditation, like always. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, guys. Each and every day that I follow these procedures set out for my improvement, I become more effective, better able to function without limitation. I pursue my goals free of any feelings of ill will or animosity towards others. I am a warm, friendly, well-liked person. My success is assured and does not require me to take advantage of any person. Rather, it obliges me to help others without telling anyone about my good deeds. I see myself with the success I have now, discarded the failure I have in my infancy. I am free at last of failure and limitations. Each day I grow stronger, richer, and faster. I put my mental health first to become my best. I don't run from hardship I endure. Discipline is effortless. Being a great person is effortless. I make sure others are well. I lead well, and I don't give up. I lead strong. I'm confident, and I say no to things I don't believe in. I'm growing closer to God, and I put Him first before anything. I'm positive and keep control of my emotions. I don't let small things get to me. I'm a strong man. I stay persistent. I fail until I win, because I'm a winner and I never give up. I'm rich. My family will be retired. I have everything I could ask for. I'm a great copywriter who makes millions for clients effortlessly. I have the hard work and dedication to prove it. I'm a healthy man who takes care of himself. I do it to look good, feel good, and perform good. I can do anything I think of. Nothing holds me back. No addiction, no person. I own me. Lord God, thank you for today. Thank you for protecting me last night, giving me a great sleep, keeping me safe, and allowing me to wake up and see a new day. God, thank you for giving me a new day of chasing goals, of achieving goals, of hard work and dedication. God, you've given me this day to become better than the day before, to grow closer to you, to learn more about you and spread the word that you've given to all of us. God, we are so lucky to have the chance to spread the word for free, and give the chance people to be saved and help them with anything that they're struggling with. God, your word is so strong, it's so powerful, and yet we're able to spread it. God, you've given us the ability to save people just as if it were you. God, you've helped us get through hard times, get through easy times, get through any time that we're struggling with. God, you help. You help us stay happy when it's hard. You help us stay focused when we're wandering off. God, you help us stay disciplined when we're feeling lazy. And God, I thank you. I thank you for all the great things you do in my life, in my family's life, in my brothers and sisters' lives. God, thank you for all that you do. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. What's up, guys? Just finished reading. Now, I look like a beast. Now I need to figure out what I'm going to do next. I think I have a YouTube video. I have yesterday's video, so I'll probably edit that. And then I'm going to start cleaning my room. So, that's the plan. I'm going to get to it. Talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, guys. Vacuuming. Done. So, guys, last time I talked to you, let me take that off. Oh, my hair is chopped. Last time I talked to you guys, I was just finishing my early morning or start of day tasks, meditation, affirmations, the good stuff. I just got off a call with my client. We dropped some game on each other, both of us. He gave me some really solid content stuff. Really helped me, because he said that he watched my content and saw what I was doing and how I was lacking identity on like TikTok, Instagram, the short form. And he kind of just helped me with that stuff, and that helped out a lot, because as a creator, I don't have too many like-minded people around me who can actually help with what I do. So that helped out a lot. And then also,
he helped me with some other content stuff, and we collaborated and came up with some really solid ideas. So yeah, overall successful day so far. I haven't edited yesterday's video, but I got the footage on the computer. I've got some TikToks I'm gonna film, and overall, I can tell today's gonna be a productive day. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? So right now I've got the cold plunge draining. I'll show you guys. It's pretty dirty, but it drains so slow. So I got that draining. I don't even know if it's draining, honestly. Can't. It looks like it is. What I might do, I've got the cold plunge draining. Here's the sauna. I'm about to boot this up and get in. Also, I just cleaned the PT Cruiser. I just vacuumed it out. It was getting dirty. I want to do a weekly clean on it just to keep the interior clean, keep it maintained so that when it does come time to clean it completely, it's not a stressful experience where I got to detail the entire car like what I did last time. So that's the plan. Well, that's what I just did. The outside, I'm going to be honest, I did not touch because it's going to get dirty. I'm not too worried about the outside. And I'd rather wash that at one of the outside car washes because I don't want to pull out all my stuff and have to put it away. It's just a lot easier to... Bam, bam, we're good. To leave it how it is. So, didn't do that. Right now, I've got to start the sauna. I'm going to get in the sauna. I've got a DoorDash starting soon. I also got to get some TikToks posted. And I have that video I need to edit. Dang, I got a lot of stuff on the list. But Sunday is my normal regime for cleaning. And I did finish my clean. Got the water filled. Everything's done with that. But, yeah, time is just tight. And I've got to start my dash in 30 minutes. So I may not even have enough time to... And I've got to work out. Shoot. My time is really short. I don't know. Maybe I'll skip the dash tonight. And do everything I need to do tonight. And go out tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Right now time's tight though. And I'm kind of in a rush. So, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. We've got to figure things out. Yeah. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? So, managed to clean the cold plunge. Check out that water. Crystal clear. That's clean. The sauna is good to go. I'm not sure how hot it is in here. I dropped the essential oils bottle, so there's glass all over the floor. Not sure where exactly the glass is, but I've got to be extra careful. I got to up this exposure. I'll be right back. So, I dropped the glass essential oils bottle, so that is cooked. But so far, there's not much of a difference doing the sauna in the concrete. It looks more aesthetically pleasing. Check. Get a different view. And the floor feels different. But other than that, there's really nothing benefits-wise that you get versus the grass. But I'm glad to be on the concrete because that was the main reason I moved. Was the grass just gets your feet all dirty, and when it rains it's all wet, your wood gets soaking wet. It's just not the best experience. So I'm glad that it is on the concrete. I still haven't posted any TikToks, done any work. I've just been cleaning the cold plunge and getting this started. It's 5:40, so I missed my dash. I'm gonna go out later. I've just got to figure out a time I can make it out. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm doing what needs to be done. Still gonna work out after this. I'll probably work out after this, which makes no sense, right? I'm doing the sauna before a workout. Usually you'd want to do it after, but I'm gonna do the workout after this. Well, I'm gonna shower, then work out. Today's chest and back. And yeah, I've got to post those TikToks as well. I'm also going to work on a little speaking practice too. Pick a word, speak about the word, and use it in a sentence. That's what I do. I just use the random word generator, and it'll say, like, happy. So I'll be like, hey guys, how's it going? Today's a pretty good day. Honestly, I'm not too happy, but I'm working on improving my communication. Something like that. So that I'm using new vocabulary and just speaking, working on improving it, getting better. And yeah, that's the goal, improvement. And as long as I practice it and I do it at least once a day, which I don't do, then I'll improve. I've also got to write out some video scripts. I've got a lot to do, if I'm being honest. And I may not be able to go out and dash. To fit it all in is going to be pretty hard, but nothing's impossible. And yeah, I'll see where I get. But I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? Still in the sauna. Check it out. It's just starting to get hot. I don't know if you guys can see the little glow on the pipe, but my 20-minute timer's gone off, but I'm staying in. Yeah, still in the sauna. Probably won't get out for like another 10, 15. It's starting to get hot. I'm gonna enjoy it. Talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? How long has it been since you've seen me on the walk?
The year. It's been a while, but I'm on it, and we're gonna talk about what's been going on. So actually, what I was doing earlier was building out a ChatGPT system for short form content. What I was previously doing was clipping my YouTube videos and putting them onto TikTok, Instagram, and Shorts. And it's been working well. I've actually been getting likes, been getting views, but my client brought up something important that a lot of you guys may be able to use. He was saying that with your personal brand, you need an identity. And I've learned this on YouTube videos and on TikTok videos, but I never put it to action. And he said, when people see your brand, what do you want them to think of? You want them to think of your story, who you are, and like what your brand represents. And right now, it's hard to tell what my brand actually represents, where I've come from, the struggles I have, everything that comes with a personal brand. My brand is lacking, and I think I need to build the foundations of the brand, of who I am, and build the rapport first on these short form platforms before I go into clipping YouTube videos. Because right now there's no context behind what I'm doing. It's just getting put out there, and it's like, if it's entertaining, like it. If it's not, then scroll. People don't actually get any value from me. That was another thing we were talking about, was free value, because me and him both understand the benefit of giving out free value. And he just gave me a lot of valuable tips on personal branding and on content as a whole that I may have heard, but I never implemented or even tried to implement. And I'm going to start building my brand, I guess, properly. I want to build authority in my niche, which I don't even know what my niche is right now. I kind of just make content based on what I do. But my niche, I would say, is online business and fitness, just entrepreneurship, self-improvement. It's a lot of different things. And it's hard to
split those into different, I couldn't split them into different channels because I feel like that's a part of me and that should be on the front page of the brand, all of it, not just fitness on one page and then self-improvement on another. Well, that is self-improvement. So like self-improvement on one and then business on another. I don't think that's, what are you doing, princess? You're peeing on the concrete. I don't think that could be done personally. I feel like it should all be around one channel, one page for all of it, because that's who I am and that's my brand. My brand is self-improvement. My brand is entrepreneurship. It's all of it. It shows every little nook and cranny of becoming an entrepreneur or learning entrepreneurship. Because I'm not becoming an entrepreneur, I am one. I'm just learning it. And it's hard because just like riding a bike, I'm learning new things every day. And that's one good thing that entrepreneurship brings, is I'm always learning. And if you're always learning, that's a very good thing to have, because when you stop learning, that's when you become stagnant and you don't improve. And I'm glad, like, he had the confidence to criticize my content and say, like, hey, some of this stuff's good, some of it's not. I fell in that hole again. You're lacking in some areas. Your content's good, but it's lacking. It's hard to tell what it's actually about. And that's the kind of people I want around me, the kind of people I want to work for, and the circles I want to be in are ones that people criticize and say, hey, this is not right. You need to fix it. Because that's the only way to grow. And he's been doing content for a while, so he knows a lot of things that I don't. I'm pretty fresh on the content scene, and he's built many accounts, and he's got experience. He knows what he's doing. And I've got my marketing, my side, and we can use the two to our advantage. Instead of saying, oh, no, it's got to be this way, or it's got to be that way. Because my client, I thought he didn't really have a good grasp on marketing, but a lot of the stuff that he was telling me today, he knows a lot more than I thought. And that just opened my eyes to some things. Like, he was bringing up some really good ideas that I was going to bring up, and that shows great minds think alike. And we're going to start implementing some pretty good stuff here in the next few days. And I'm really going to up the level on how I've been working. I haven't been putting in enough effort, and I know I haven't. I say it in almost every video. There's always more I can put in, and I haven't been doing that, which affects me, affects my client, because we could be cranking out way more work in a shorter time frame. And what does that do? That gives us more results, lets us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. We can get rejection a lot quicker, get results, improve on these results, and start growing. And I've been just working so slow lately, just slacking. I've been failing the fast. I've been failing, really that's it, failing the fast, failing on my sleep schedule. I've been disciplined, but I'm not. And that's the weirdest thing to say, because it makes no sense. Like, how can you be disciplined, but you're not? And the reason I say that is because I can do my morning routines. I can do the self-improvement. I can do it all. But there's some small spots, hiccups, that kill complete discipline. Like the fast. I wouldn't consider the fast discipline because it's only 3 days. It's more of consistency, but I'm struggling to complete this fast. I'm on day 1 again. Day 1, and it's hard, and I want to eat. And my mind is like knows what's wrong. It knows that I shouldn't eat. It knows that I'm on a fast. It knows that the food I do choose to eat when I break the fast is bad, yet I still do it. And it's that pleasureful activity that my mind thinks is so great. And then when the time comes and I'm eating the food, dopamine is being released like crazy. Guys, you'll know the feeling if you've felt, when you really realize things, you'll know the feeling I'm talking about. You can feel the dopamine being released. Because when you learn about dopamine, I think it's a chemical. And like as I'm eating it, I can just imagine the chemical being released because of the way I feel. I feel great. But right after I finish the meal, I feel terrible. And that's with anything that you promise yourself with that you don't commit to. For example, if you guys were to say you're going to become a pro boxer and then every day you're not trying to become that pro boxer, you're going to have a bad feeling. You're going to know that what you're doing is wrong because you're not going after that goal, and you're going to have that feeling of regret. You're going to get dopamine in the moment. For example, you're watching YouTube about boxing, you're going to get dopamine from that, but you're not going to get dopamine from actually doing the task you know you need to do until after. And that's where the quick dopamine comes in. You'll get the short hits from watching the videos, learning, but you won't actually get it from doing it. It's only when you actually do it for a while you feel the benefits and you actually do get dopamine from it. But sometimes my mind just jumps on the quick dopamine hit over the long term. And this is a new addiction I'm realizing that was hidden before. I didn't realize how addicted I was to dopamine, and all of us are. And it's not a bad thing. Dopamine is not bad. It's just where you're getting it from is the bad part. And a lot of us get it from terrible sources like TikTok, Instagram, food, depending on the food and depending on how often. And then there's your good sources like good food, working out, cold plunging, doing these things that give you that quick hit, but it's a healthy hit, one that's making you better, bringing you higher up in life, not bringing you down, making you feel negative about yourself. And it's hard to keep that positive self-talk and that positive mindset around you when you keep doing these, when you keep falling back to these same mistakes, these same addictions like dopamine and phones like TikTok. You feel bad about yourself, especially, for example, you brain rot for an hour. Think about what you could have done with that hour. It feels so good to scroll. Guys, it feels amazing. But then when you realize an hour went by, 2 hours went by, 3 hours went by, and you think about what you could have done with that time, instead of wasting it on brain rotting, it opens your eyes and it just makes you feel like a piece of garbage. Because you know, if you would have put 3 hours into your business instead of 3 hours on TikTok, you would be a better person in that moment. And you imagine the feeling of what it would have felt like to do that 3 hours of work, and it feels great. I do it all the time. I'll conjure up ideas in my head like of what is that? I don't even know what that is. Holy. What is that? I don't think that's fireworks. But it also doesn't sound like gunshots. It might be. I hear fire trucks, ambulances, but I don't know what that is. Holy crap. It's going to be hard to talk about what I was even talking about because I lost my train of thought and I don't know what that is. But I get dopamine from the idea of doing things over actually doing it. And that's why I brought up the idea of learning about boxing, but never actually doing it. Because I can think about an idea and say like, oh, I'm going to go home. I'll be door dashing. I'll be like, I'm going to go home, put in a good 3-hour workday, write copy, and I get a big dopamine boost. I can feel it. But then when it comes to going home, I rip out my phone for DoorDash, look at what I'm going to eat, and I turn on The Sopranos, and I don't work. That's what happens every single time. And that's the pit I keep falling into, is like just doing the hard work. I know what I need to do, and I refuse to do it. When it's simple, all I got to do is sit on the computer. Even if I don't do anything, at least I tried. I think those are gunshots. Maybe those are fireworks, like dynamite. I don't know. I can see white lights flashing. But it's so loud. I couldn't tell you what it is. But yeah, I guarantee you guys struggle with it too. Maybe it's worse for me than it is you guys. I don't know. I have a lot of issues. I'm no perfect person. Behind the camera, I may look perfect. It may look like I'm living the life, living my dreams. But I have my issues. And like I preach every day, growth. Can I get away from these issues just a little bit more today than I can the day before? Or than I did the day before? So I'm trying my best to improve. And I know I have a good mindset. I know I'm still ahead of the curve and I'm doing a lot to get to where I want to be. I know I'm not normal. I know that who I am as a person, I'm blessed to chase such a dream and a goal at such a young age. It's a blessing. I don't hear of many kids doing what I'm doing, and when you tell people your age and what you're doing, they look at you like you're crazy, and that's when you know you're doing something right. Or they tell you to do something different. And like, I'm just hopping on stuff so young. I know that I'm going to be successful. When I mention like health stuff to people, and what is that? When I mention health stuff to people and like what I'm doing, they always are like, how old are you? I'll say my age and they're like, you're young. You're already doing that? Congrats. And it does feel good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It feels good. But I know I could be doing more. And I've hopped on this train so young. I started at 15 years old chasing this goal. And I don't regret a minute of it, but it's hard. And I don't know what the F I'm doing, but I'm getting better every day, every year. Princess, sit. Every year I get better, and I've gotten to a point now where this is all I care about. This is all I do, and I can't fail and I can't give up because I put too much effort in. I wouldn't give up even if something did happen, but I put in so much effort and I'm so close to getting a grasp of what I've put in the work for that I'm not giving up. And I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm doing the right thing. You get a feeling when you know you're doing something right and you're close. You're just not there yet. And especially when like you just see what you could have been and what you are. And when I say what I could have been, like in a bad way. And then when I see where I am now, it's like, holy crap, I'm ahead of the curve. But I'm not there yet. And sometimes I forget that I'm so close from where I was a year ago. Again, I get so caught up in the goal, I forget how far I've come as a man and as an entrepreneur. Made a lot of progress. So guys, I'm getting close to home. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? Just finished the workout. Check me out. Fun fact, this is where I used to film all my gym content when I first started. Like all my videos of me looking at my physique were in this bathroom. And it's funny, sometimes I look back at it, but that's no thing. And now I'm gonna work on some client work. I haven't really got much done. Still need to post TikToks too, and edit yesterday's video. So I'm gonna get to that. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace, guys. What's up, guys? Been away from the camera for quite some time. I was gonna go out and do a DoorDash shift, but as you guys see, I didn't end up going out. Let me put this on. Bam. I didn't end up going out, and I ended up breaking fast once again. At this point, I don't even consider it breaking the fast. It's just me being lazy. But even though I made those mistakes, I will show you. I got 4 TikToks uploaded, those 4, and I got them on every platform that I use. I also am watching a video on an ad that did very well for Rise Superfoods. Never heard of them, but the guy who made the video is Peter Kell, and I think he was a really good marketer who actually made it to that online money lifestyle. He's got like the SVJ and all that. But I was watching that, and now I'm going to get into journaling. Today, I still haven't done any client work, didn't edit a YouTube video, and I honestly don't think I am, because usually after this, I go to bed. I did hit the workout, I did a lot of stuff, but I didn't do the main movers. I got some content in, but the YouTube I do every day, and I didn't do that, and I didn't do any client work. So that's pretty cooked. It's cooked. guys, I'm posting a story. Alright, guys, got a story posted. Now it's time to journal. But yeah, today was good. Like, one thing I will say is, like, I move in cycles. Right now I'm really content heavy. I'm doing a lot of content, but now I'm getting out of my business, and there's never just a perfect flow state where I'm doing it all. It's always one or the other. And like, this fasting is definitely screwing me up. My health isn't 100% on point. Like, I did the sauna. Today I actually didn't cold plunge, which is rare. I cold plunge every day. But I'm just out of it in different areas, always. I'm never all in. I may not go to bed, and I may do some client work just to set the bar and do what needs to be done. But a lot of times I say that and I never do it. But I'm going to get into journaling. Talk to you guys in a minute. Alright, guys. That is a finished journal. I went over comfort and dopamine and how I'm struggling with it. I went over some things I was doing well, like content. Pretty much everything I mentioned to you guys is what I write down in here for the day. If I say I'm struggling with a fast and I failed it, it's probably going in there, because my journal is a day-to-day reflection. It lets me know, this is what I did well, this is what I didn't. Here's some goals I wanted to achieve. Everything. Honestly, I should be writing more. I do one page, but I have so much on my mind that I could write. My mind never stops moving. I could write so much in here. I could probably fill up like 3 pages each day. But I just keep it to a page so I can get it done. Journaling is so important. It's benefited me tenfold. It's allows me to see exactly where I'm having these mistakes, exactly the issues I'm having, why I'm having them, what today caused this issue, or what trigger caused this. I only started it kind of recently in my journey. I went a long time without doing it, and I'd always heard people say, journal, do this, do that, and everyone would put their own opinion and say, like, oh, maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't, don't do it, do it. And it's really what works for you, and it works for me. That's not to say it's going to work for you, but I enjoy it. It allows me to reflect and say, all right, this is what I did good, this is what I did bad, here's some goals I'm working towards. And like, I can look back and see, all right, on this day I was struggling with this. And the same thing with the YouTube. It allows me to look back and say, man, that day I was struggling with that. Now this is my issue now. I got past that. Now this is my issue. It's just, reflection is so important in these journeys, because sometimes I'll forget, you'll forget how far we've come. You're not the same guy you were a year ago, especially if you're doing this, entrepreneurship. You've definitely changed within the last few weeks. I've changed so much in the last few weeks. And if you're focused on growth, you're going to be changing fast, and you're going to be changing a lot. And this reflection allows you to see that. So, that is done. Now I need to do red lights and read the Bible. So I'm going to get that out. Bam. Bam. Put that there. Put that there. How's that? Could be a little bit better. Bam. All right. Time to read the Bible. I'm in Numbers right now. Let's see if I can comprehend what I'm reading today. Alright, guys, so finished. What was that? Chapter 8, verse 20. Chapter 8, verse 20. Yeah. And chapter 11, verse 20. Well, a lot of them. Chapter 11, chapter 9, or chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10, chapter 11. But the people of Israel, I think, found a dead body, and they were freaked out about it, and God was like, if you're not clean, then you got to do this, and if you are clean, then you got to do this. And it was talking a little bit about more soldiers, and Moses was talking to the Lord, asking them for, I think, him for food, because the people were complaining, and God drenched the fire. He made it to where they had no fire. So they start freaking out, and they say, how are we supposed to eat? How are we supposed to do this? And God pretty much punished them for complaining. And they were like praying and went to Moses, and then Moses went to the Lord, and he said, like, find your elders, and I'm guessing sacrifice their souls for food. I don't know, but I'm kind of confused with the Bible right now, and I think it's the I've got the King James version, so it's in Old English. It's not normal English like what we read right now, so it's even harder to understand. That could be the only factor on why I can't understand it. It's because it's using thee and thou, shalt, whither. I don't really understand that. But that is done. Bam, you guys can't see me. I'm now Casper the Ghost. I kind of understood Genesis, but now I'm in a place where it's like, all right, what am I reading? So I'm not sure. If I'm being honest, I'm probably not going to get more work. It's late. I want to get up at somewhat of a decent time. It's 2:30, so I'm probably going to go to bed now and get up so I can start the day off strong. 4 short form, right? Finish one, copy, swipe. Yeah, that's about everything. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. Probably go to bed and focus on doing work tomorrow. Edit the videos, finish the scripts. Make sure the funnel is good. Because I'm tired and I want to get up at a decent time. So, that being said, this is the end of today's video. I hope I filmed enough clips. I'm not 100% what I filmed. I'll have to see when I edit tomorrow. But yeah, this is the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, drop a dislike. Tell me how much you didn't like what you saw and tell me one way I could fix it. And yeah, that's it. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. I'm going to end it with the mic.